Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's class, we'll study about algae, that is from the class 11 and chapter 3, that is plant kingdom. Okay, algae is a simple thalloid. Thalloid means, for example, this is a rock and this thallus is present like attached to the rock. There is no a separate body or tissue. So it is mostly simple thalloid autotrophic plants. Autotrophic means they prepare their own food, and mostly aquatic. Aquatic means this algae is present in the water. Either it is in the fresh water or in the marine water. Marine means salt water. And primary producer in aquatic ecosystem, producer, consumers, decomposers, and these algae is a primary producer in aquatic ecosystem. So no differentiation into roots, stem, leaves. That is called thalloid structure, means they have no roots, stem, leaves. They contain chlorophyll, that's why they perform a photosynthesis. General characteristics of algae. As I told, plant body is a thallus structure, means they have no roots, stem, leaves, mostly photosynthetic and eukaryotic. Eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Prokaryotic have no nuclear membrane, so that the chromosomes DNA is present in the cytoplasm of the cell. And the eukaryotic means they have a cell membrane. Inside they have a separate nucleus. They have a nuclear membrane. Inside nucleus they have a chromosome. This is called eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means they have cell wall. There is no nuclear membrane. The chromosome is present freely in the cytoplasm. So this is the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Cell wall mainly made up of cellulose. Chloroplasts present with pigments, reproduce vegetatively, asexually and sexually. We'll study deeply in the next slide. Habitats of algae means the home of algae, means algae where it is present. So that is called habitat of algae. So the first one, fresh water. They present in fresh water like in ponds or lakes. Example, Spirogyra. Spirogyra present in fresh water. Next is marine. Marine means salt water, means sea, oceans. Example, laminaria and sargassum. Moist surfaces, that is soil, walls, tree trunks. And some algae as present in a symbiotic form, means that is example lichen, means they algae plus fungus. They present together. Fungus helps algae and algae helps fungus. So these are called lichens. And extreme habitats, that is no algae. Structure of algal thallus. First one is unicellular, means only one cell. That is called unicellular. Example, Chlamydomonas. Colonial, example, volvox. Colonial means they many algal cell present in colony. This is called colonial. Example, volvox. Filamentous. Filamentous means in a filament structure like this. This is filamentous. Example, Spirogyra. And they have no vascular tissue. Vascular tissue nothing but xylem and phloem. So they have no xylem and phloem, means no vascular tissues. Cell structure of algae. The cell wall of algae is made up of cellulose, pectin or algin. Chloroplast shapes vary. So it is vary in different kinds of algae. Pynoids present for food storage. Pynoids is nothing but a protein structure present inside the chloroplast which fix carbon dioxide. Nucleus and other organelles are present. Reproduction in algae. Reproduction in algae is by vegetative method, asexual method and also sexual method. In vegetative, it is by fragmentation. Means if I take this is one algae and here it will cut and make a daughter to fragment algae. So like this is called vegetative reproduction. Asexual means they have a zoospores and aplonospore. For example, in colony, they have many algae and they release a one spore called zoospore. They have a flagella and it will release by rupturing the wall like this. They have a zoospores. Zoospores means they have a motile. They means they move by themselves one place to another place. Aplonospores nothing but the spores which has no flagella. Means they will move from one place to another by wind or water. Sexual reproduction is by fusion of gametes. That is two gametes. It will fuse and form algae. Like this. So reproduction in algae is by three methods: vegetative method, asexual method and sexual method. As I told you in the last slide, sexual reproduction nothing but two gametes fuse together and form one algae. Okay. There are three types: isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. In isogamy, they have a similar gametes. For example, they have same gametes and fuse and form a algae. Okay, this is isogamy. They have similar gametes, same size of the gametes. Anisogamy means dissimilar gametes. Means one a big gamete and another one is a small gametes. They fuse, they're called anisogamy. Oogamy means one non-motile egg and a motile sperm. That is called oogamy. Here both are motile, but in isogamy they have a same shape, same size. Anisogamy in that they have a different size. But in the oogamy, non-motile egg and one sperm. So example for isogamy is Eulothrix. Example for anisogamy is Chlamydomonas. Example for oogamy is Volvox and Fucus. Let's study about classification of algae. They have three main classification: Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Chlorophyceae, or it is also called green algae. Phaeophyceae also called brown algae. Rhodophyceae is also called red algae. So this classification is based on the pigments. Okay. So Chlorophyceae, first one, is also called green algae. The pigments is present in this algae. It is mainly chlorophyll A and B. So cell wall of this algae is made up of cellulose and pectose. Food stored as starch, mostly fresh water. Example: Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, Volvox. Second one is Phaeophyceae, also called brown algae. It is mostly marine, means present in seawater or ocean. Pigments is present in here. It is fucoxanthin. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and argin. Food is stored as mannitol and laminarin. Example for Phaeophyceae is Fucus, Laminaria and Sargassum. Second is Rhodophyceae or red algae. It is mostly present in marine water, means sea water, salt water and also in the deep water. Pigments present here, it is phycoerythrin. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and pectin. Food stored as Floridian starch. No flagellated stages. Example: Polysiphonia and Gelidium. Let's recall three types: Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Common name for chlorophytes is green algae, for phaeophytes brown algae, and rhodophytes for red algae. Major pigment present in here, it is chlorophyll A and B. In phaeophytes, chlorophyll A, C and fucoxanthin. In rhodophytes, chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrin. Cell wall is made up of cellulose with pectose in chlorophyceae, cellulose plus argine in phaeophyceae, cellulose plus pectin in rhodophyceae. The food is stored as starch in chlorophyceae, as mannitol and laminarin in phaeophyceae, and Floridian starch in rhodophyceae. Habitat: chlorophyceae is present mostly in freshwater, phaeophyceae mostly in marine, and rhodophyceae mostly marine, that is in the deep water. Example for chlorophyceae is Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, Volvox, and Ulva. Phaeophyceae is Fucus, Laminaria, and Sargassum. Example for rhodophyceae is Falcifornia, Gelidium, and Gracilaria. Economic importance of algae. First one is food source. Porphyra. Porphyra means is a genus name for algae, and nori is a common name in Japan. They call nori. You may have heard sushi is a famous food in Japan. They wrap something in a sheet. You may have seen a green sheet. In that they wrap and make a sushi like this. Okay, inside they have some food. Okay, this sheet is made by algae. Agar, it is extracted from a Gelidium algae. Agar is they use to grow like microorganism in lab. Algae as thickening agent. You may have heard peel off facial mask. In that they use algae. Used in fertilizers and medicines, and as they use it as a biofuel potential. Ecological importance of algae. It is a primary producer and form base of aquatic food chain, means they have a basic, means the producer like consumer like that. Here this algae act as a producer. Major oxygen producer. They produce oxygen and they also fix carbon dioxide, means carbon fixation. Let's summarize. Algae is a simple thalloid plants and they are mostly aquatic and photosynthetic. They have a three major classes: chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae, and important ecologically and economically. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.